start doing what they say, right? Start keeping the Passover, right? Start keeping a Day of Atonement, Feast of Dedication, right? These are the things that are going to benefit you, right? Not trying to outshoot the white man, the madman, right? Go ahead.
It also highlighted concerns about increased Mexican criminal organizations' use of drones at the border.
You know, well, where do you think they're getting those drones from? You think they're making them in Mexico? I doubt it. So, you know, I ain't really concerned about that. So-called white men love to shift the blame to the Israelites, you know? Why do you think they bringing drugs over here? Because Americans want them, right? Not because America's so great and Americans, you know, are in a war on drugs. No, they trying to get high, you know? But they don't want you to think that it's them, you know? So they want to put it on Mexicans, okay? Where do you think the cartel came from, right? If there was nobody to buy these drugs, then these brothers would be farming and taking care of their families like they used to. Not killing everybody with chemicals, right? And becoming the, you know, demons so-called white man created. All right, let's get a little bit more on that, on this different topics here.
Over the past 2 weeks, journalists, organizations, and courts have published alarming allegations and findings about abuse, neglect, and poor conditions in ICE's existing, mostly contractor-run detention facilities.
Right, they contracting people to run these FEMA camps, right? These concentration camps. You know, and so we're getting ready to hear some of the alarming things that's going on. Now, this is just an update from what we previously read, right? It's not going away, right? As long as the so-called white man is here, the Israelites gonna have hell, you know, and they're gonna have a problem. And the world gonna have a problem. Go ahead.
7,252 people had been detained for over 6 months as of mid-January.
See, and nobody's supposed to be detained for 6 months. This is a detainment. It's not being under arrest. It's not being jailed or imprisoned. It's not supposed to be, but nobody's in a rush to accommodate so-called Mexicans. See that? Because they're Israelites. Go ahead.
As of mid-January. 79 of them for more than 2 years.
79 people been held for 2 years. And they're still being held. Wow. That's the thing. It's not like, yeah, they were held for 2 years and now they're out. No, they're still being held. What are they being held for? Trying to come over here and improve their life? What they thought was going to improve their life coming over here to Babylon? Go ahead.
7,252 people have been detained for over 6 months as of mid-January. 79 of them for more than 2 years, the Associated Press reported, citing ICE data. That number has more than doubled since December 2024. The last 4 months of the Biden administration, 2,849.
So, hey, the numbers are going up, people. That number, the 7,000 or something, being detained for more than 6 months has doubled, right? Or that number is double what it was. Go ahead.
Courts are being confronted with harrowing stories about women being separated from their nursing infants or housed in cramped and ill-equipped ICE facilities while pregnant.
Right. We're talking about pregnant women or women who've just given birth and now, you know, they're not using Infamil, people. They're using what God gave them to feed their child, but now their child's been taken away from them. You know, it made me think about a post I had seen a couple years ago where they have a transgender Infamil, right? I don't know if that's still out there, but that blew my mind then, you know, for your Infamil for your transitioning baby. Wickedness, man, only in America. Go ahead.
And ill-equipped ICE facilities while pregnant in conditions that threaten their health and have, in some cases, been followed by miscarriages, Politico reported. ICE's own policy, a Center for Reproductive Rights reported report recalled states that, barring exceptional circumstances, quote, ICE should not detain, arrest, or take into custody for an administrative violation of the immigration laws individuals known to be pregnant, postpartum, or nursing. The Women's Refugee Commission and Physicians for Human Rights interviewing deported women as they arrived in Honduras found more examples of mothers deported without their U.S.-born children.
So now they're taking the mother away from their children that were just born. The child was born in America. They snatching the mom up, sending her back to Honduras. Well, who even knows if she's from Honduras? But that's where she's getting dropped off at, right? Hey, they don't care about you, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Found more examples of mothers deported without their U.S.-born children and never given the option to remain with them. A new form of family separation, the Huffman Post reported.
A new form of family separation. Let's drop down a little bit. Yeah, let's read that one.
An individual who had worked inside a Baltimore ICE holding space inside a federal building told Washington, D.C. CBS affiliate, quote, it was probably day two that I saw the abuse in the facility. I saw people lying in feces, people throwing up, people laying in urine, among other accounts of severe overcrowding and abuse.
And ain't nobody trying to stop that, right? It doesn't sound like something else you hear about that's happening at the bottom of a slave ship, right? With people chained together, sleeping in feces and vomit and all. Yeah, the Israelites, right? With any other nation of people, that would be considered inhumane and they would do something about it. Here they want to sweep it under the rug. They really don't want you to know what's going on, right? Go ahead.
The New Hampshire governor's office published an ICE memo providing previously undisclosed details about the scope and the cost of the agency's plan to purchase warehouses around the United States to hold detained migrants.
Right, and where are these migrants coming from? The places where the Northern Kingdom tribes reside, where the Israelites reside, right? We're not building no facilities for no Canadians, right? Or no Chinese, who is probably the highest number of illegal immigrants in America, right? But everybody turns a blind eye to that. They're not threatened by them, right? Because who's threatening their kingdom? The Israelites. The other nations just want to join in with them, right? Go ahead.
These details are staggering. ICE would devote $38.3 billion to what it calls the, quote, detention reengineering initiative. The money comes from $45 billion allocated for detention in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act passed by congressional Republicans in July 2025.
Right. See, because a lot of people might not realize, but I think DHS, Department of Homeland Security, has been kind of like defunded in a way, They've been taking a lot of their funding away, and a lot of the positions been, done away with. But because of the One Big Beautiful Bill, right, that was passed, they got more than enough money to keep oppression on the Israelites going, right? It's terrible, Go ahead, yeah.
The plan would increase ICE's detention capacity by 92,600 beds. Although the memo refers to reducing existing facilities, the plan would still increase the agency's detention capacity to well over 100,000 people. 8 warehouses would hold 7,000 to 10,000 people for periods averaging less than 60 days.
And when they say people here, just insert the word Israelites, okay? Because that's who we're talking about. You're not going to see a Chinese man in one of these detention facilities, one of these concentration camps, right? They are built for one reason and one reason only, to put continued hell on the Israelites.
Can I make a point? Because you know how the Israelites are so defenseless because say there were a bunch of Chinese people in there you have hell to pay from the Chinese government.
Yes, sir.
But the Venezuelan